I mean, that was like one of those, this is not going to happen. Like, there's just, come on now. This is a TV title. Okay, very good. The Cactus Jack thing. Okay. Mark-out moment for me. Very good. But now the world champion part, I'm going, there's no way. Like, it was one of those, I can't believe it. And like I said to myself, I go, okay, this is where it ends, because right now, after I win this thing, the people are going to turn on me and they're going to hate my fucking guts. And I wouldn't say they hated my guts, I think, but the win over Steve Austin at that point was, I would say it's the beginning of the end, because it's not exactly it, but I think that was the beginning of the change and like the frustration for me. I think at that point, that's when it got to that. Okay, now what? You know what I mean? Because where do you go from there then? You know, I had this character. I can only evolve to a certain. He don't let me evolve to like a certain point. So it's kind of like that's what I kind of started to get frustrated at that point. So like 3 years of frustration. Not 2 years. Like, where do I go now? You know?
Yeah, it's almost like you did everything: Triple Crown champion, TV champ, tag champ, world champ. Where does the ultimate underdog go from there? And like you said, you beat Sandman, who was obviously a multi-time ECW champion, kind of the face of ECW for a little bit, and then you beat a guy like Steve Austin, who was a huge name in WCW, and obviously would go on to become one of the biggest stars of all time. But beating Austin, were you surprised with the booking there? Were you like, wow, I'm beating Steve Austin, the big WCW star?
That was a weekend of like, because I wrestled Mysterio the night before and beat him. And then I figured, okay, well, I'll beat Ray, and then I'll lose to Steve the next night. And, you know, he's like, and I saw Steve, you know, that afternoon, and he said he's putting me over. I go, come on. So, again, I thought it was a fucking rib. So I said to Paul, I go, hey, Steve says he's putting me over. He goes, oh, yeah, it's his idea. I go, what? I go, yeah, he wants to put you over. I go, get the fuck out of here. Like, he's like, yeah, you know, for him to beat you doesn't really do anything, and we can't put the belt on him. So he wants to put you over. I was just like, holy shit. I was a big fan of Steve's, too, you know what I mean? So for me, it was like, holy shit. You know, he was so great to deal with. He didn't call anything. He called the finish, and that was it. You know, I'm like, wow. But the Sandman, he called everything from A to Z, and like every little minute detail. You know what I mean? First, we'll do this. From that, knowing everything from A to Z, to Steve, who only called the finish. So, definitely two different worlds there. You know, and then the next month, I think we did a three-way. I think we did a three-way with Sandman. Yeah. And that was like,
Steve,
that was clusterfuck central. I'll be honest. I hated that match. I hated calling it. I hated doing it. I've never watched it, but I still hate it now. Don't know if it's any good or not, but that was just a frustrating match to call. It was just, I don't know. It didn't seem to work. So, but hey, you live and learn.
True, and sometimes it's a triple threat match or a three-way dance, if you will, as Heyman used to love to say. Sometimes the chemistry is just a little off because it's three guys trying to mesh, and obviously with Austin kind of calling in the ring and Sandman kind of, or, you know, maybe not even calling it, Sandman wanting to call it, kind of creates a crazy dynamic.
It was weird. Like, it was definitely like, it was definitely a clash for sure. And I was like the young guy, you know what I mean? Just trying to like just keep up and kind of figure out what the hell's going on, you know. But I just remember calling it. It wasn't very fun. Complete opposite of the month before. But we didn't call anything. But the match was like, I love the match. But like there was nothing to remember. It was like very easy. Just listen to Steve, you know, and then go. You know, it wasn't any fun. Nothing against Hack, because Hack and I had some really good matches too. I just think the three of us together. I just think that something somewhere it didn't jive.